This is Car Guys Talk with Andrew and Tavarish.
Hey everyone, how are you guys doing today? I am so chipper.
You started the episode and you told me to go to...
I told Andrew to go on Twitter and find some questions that you guys asked to do at the end of the show, and now he's doing his own thing. But I'm here with you guys. My name is Freddie Hernandez, and you may know me as Tavarish if you're on the internet looking for car things. Yeah, that's where you'll find me. Joining me is my partner in crime, my friend who is buried in his, what is that, a Galaxy S9 Plus?
S9 Plus.
Excuse me. He is Andrew Howell.
Hey, what's up? People get mad at me for being on my phone, but I have to be on my phone to read the questions.
Why don't you memorize them?
Because that...
How you doing today, Andrew?
Doing good, man.
All right, cool. So today I wanted to talk about something, and it's a topic that it's near and dear to my heart because I have one of these cars. Well, the topic is a car.
Yeah. So the new Hyundai Elantra, gotcha.
The new Hyundai Elantra. It's very good.
It is.
Yeah, I just have to wait till it gets to 200,000 miles, then I can buy it.
Yes.
But no, the new Toyota Supra
/ BMW
Z4.
Z4.
Yeah, but the Supra is its own thing if you forget about many other things that it is not unique to. So what are your thoughts on the Toyota Supra? First of all, there aren't any like official Toyota Supra pictures other than that camouflage one that we saw at Goodwood, and then they have a bunch of camouflage ones, right?
So
Hold on, actually, let me get this on the screen because you might not know this. So, according to a parts catalog by BMW, or like a BMW aftermarket parts catalog or something, someone has pieced together what the Supra looks like based on this parts catalog.
Okay, let's see this. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, so this should be right
It's
here.
a genuine reaction.
Yeah, so this is what it looks like. And this is it's not necessarily to scale. Like some proportions might be a little off, but this is what the Toyota Supra looks like. And this is a article by my friend Jason Torchinsky from Jalopnik. And take a look at this. So, what do you think about that?
I don't hate it. It kind of looks like I'm getting a little bit of like maybe 850 super fast, a little bit of GTR in there, a little bit like the old.
Is that an 812 super fast? You said 850.
Did I?
Yeah.
Sorry, 812 super fast.
How dare you?
Whatever. A little GTR in the front there, like the front wheel arches. And the hood a little bit.
Right here.
The nose reminds me of the SLK AMG 55 or SLK 55 AMG.
It does.
Kind of has that weird little F1 nose type of thing.
Yeah, it almost looks like there should be a little scoop right here.
Yeah,
like the SLR type thing.
Yeah.
I like the duckbill spoiler. In the back.
Love the duckbill.
The duckbill spoiler.
Duckbill spoiler. And the roof reminds me of the GTR as well. That two little hump deal.
So
that's for helmets.
I don't really like the roof, but because it seems like this seems a little bit weird.
Again, it's not to proportion.
Right, but I've seen the actual car.
Okay.
But I haven't seen like the car without the camouflage. But I've like been around it.
I do like the car that the car has hips.
Oh yeah,
she thick with 2 C's.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I pull up a picture of what it looked like at Goodwood.
Okay.
Because again, this with the proportions maybe kind of off a little bit. That I'm not really, and it's not a flattering angle for the car.
Yeah, but I think that's the only.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. So this is what it looked like in Goodwood, and you can't really tell too much. You know what's going on here. So this is where it was, what I saw at Goodwood.
The headlights remind me a little bit of the AMG 1.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
So it's not a bad looking car.
It's not. I don't like the wheels. I think they're trying too hard there.
So according to Toyota, they're going to have a lot. These are not the final wheels, and they're going to have a lot of different wheel options.
That's good. Do we know if this car is coming in manual?
Okay, so there has been a lot of speculation, and it might come in manual. Maybe. Most likely, if it comes in manual, it'll probably be the if they make a 4-cylinder version, then it'll probably be that. But then the BMW engines, it's going to be like, well, I mean, the 4-cylinder is probably going to be a BMW, whatever they put in.
I didn't know they were making a 4-cylinder version.
I think they will, because it's going to be like a 4-cylinder turbo and then a 6-cylinder turbo, which is not bad. It's kind of like the naturally aspirated and the turbo version of the last Supra. But here's the thing. What don't you like about it?
Just something about the overall, like all of the elements coming together into one car. It just, I don't know. It seems a little off. It's just something about it just doesn't, like something about the proportions. Maybe, I don't know, the shape of the headlights. I'm not a huge fan of.
Okay, so here's a segue into a new segment we're calling "You're Wrong." And you're wrong, and let me tell you why.
You're just gonna play this card again.
You're wrong. No. I mean, we can disagree, but I spent some time with the head designer of this car, his name is Tada-san. Right? I don't know what his first name is. I forget his first name. I knew it, but I'm horrible with names. But it's Tada-san. He's like he's a mild-mannered, middle-aged Japanese man who is absolutely obsessed with the Supra. Absolutely. He could not be more in the culture, the kind of zeitgeist of the car. He knows everything about the car, and he wants the fans of the car to like this car. So when I spoke to him, I had an interview, and that'll be coming up in a video on my channel. I had an interview with him, and basically, one of the biggest takeaways is he's like, we're sorry that this took so long. And it's really like that's something that hit me, because it's really hard for a manufacturer to say like they're sorry about anything. But this is like, he was personally apologizing for this project, like not being as fruitful as people wanted to. Like, we're sorry it took so long, but it's worth the wait. So I have a renewed enthusiasm for this car.
Sure.
Now, I know that it is 90% BMW. It's going to have BMW, the B58 powertrain. It's going to have inline 6, single turbo, makes around 340 horsepower stock, a rear-wheel drive. It's going to have a 7-speed DCT kind of thing. It's going to have a suspension that is a mishmash of like 3 Series, 4 Series, 5 Series, that sort of thing. The interior is like 95% BMW. All the switchgear is BMW, everything.
Which is fine, because the BMW interiors are actually not that bad.
BMW interiors are really good.
Yeah.
However, I mean, the only thing that's going to be Toyota is like bodywork and maybe ECU tuning. And that's a little bit, it's disappointing, because you want something to be like, oh, they came out with the 3JZ, and this has VVTi and all this stuff, and it makes 1 billion horsepower right out of the box. All you got it comes with this little knob, and you just turn it to the right, and you make infinity horsepower. And this is the button that gives you 1 million subs on YouTube. Yeah, that's what people want it to have. But if they remember the original Toyota Supra, it wasn't really that good. Mm-hmm. It wasn't really that good out of the box. Where it shined, or what shined.
Where it excelled,
where it gooded, was in the aftermarket. So that is something that I think this car will do very well in. I think the aftermarket already, I mean, HKS already has one of these cars, and they're like doing stuff to it.
Wow.
I know that there's a few companies that have like essentially development kits for this.
SDKs.
Yeah, exactly. SDKs. You gotta. So Toyota just sends them an Oculus Rift, and like, this is basically what the car is. We can't do anything with this. What are you doing? Yeah. So that's. I think a lot of people that are ragging on this car, it's not founded. I don't think there's anything that they can really like. So what do you think? This is another question that I wanted to pose to you, since we actually disagree on. Like, we don't disagree that much on this car.
Right.
Since you're like kind of like, oh, it's pretty good. I thought you were going to say, oh, that sucks. I hate it. But you're like, oh, it's all right. I kind of dig it. As far as the price, This is probably going to be within mid 50s. Do you think that it's you think it's like a little too late, or is it like, oh, that's like a good sports car value?
I guess if it's the 6-cylinder version, mid 50s is not terrible. I think it's.
But it's like, what can you get for the problem is, if you're buying this car, you're likely not going to keep it stock. You're going to want to get, you know, the BPU, the basic performance upgrades. You want to get the
bolt-ons,
and you want to make it's the 340 horsepower. There ain't nothing. You want to get it to 450, and then 550, and then you got to, you know, the turbo blue, and now you got to do this. So then it's if it's a modification thing, it might make more sense. Are we having some technical difficulties? Are we a little
chop?
We a little laggy there.
Yeah, it's all right.
You think it'll?
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Hold on, we're having some technical difficulties. Let me just switch to this and switch.
Hey, there's the Supra, and there's us. We're still choppy.
We're still choppy. Okay, so let me. And we are back now. We had some difficulty because we recorded apparently 40 minutes of content, and there
was no audio.
There was no audio. So we are going to have to wing it and pretend like what we just did didn't matter. Well, we're not going to redo it. We're just going to, you know, it's like the Mitch Hedberg thing. I'm too lazy to go write down what I thought, or I have to convince myself that what I thought wasn't funny, you know? Okay, anyway, off to a great start. So the Supra price is, I think we're both in agreement, it's a little bit too high.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be really more competitive at around 40, and hopefully that's where the 4-cylinder is going to be, maybe high 30s, low 40s, something like that. So I'm really excited for that car. I want to see what sort of modifications you can do. Maybe if they have a 2JZ swap kit, obviously not from the factory.
What if it comes with like holes for 2JZ mounts just like already in the engine?
It might. I would not put it past them. I would not put it past them. So
or just like little dimples where you just got to drill out. Beep beep beep. Hey, did they go?
Yeah. It's just red X's on. We don't. You don't want to cut here, but. If you want the good stuff, this is what you got to do. All right, so it sucks that we lost all. We were talking about a lot of stuff. And maybe if we get the audio back, that'll be like the lost episode of Car Guys Talk. So I asked you guys to ask me some questions, and we got some questions, and I'm just gonna rapid fire them. BXJX Film says, "Are you ever gonna paint the diff cover on my Lambo? Entire car perfect diff cover 2
out of 10.
2 out of 10.
I think that you need to paint that diff cover like a bright color. Just like, because for instance, the Sesto Elemento has that bright red diff cover just hanging out of the back of the car. I think you should pay homage.
But then it's going to be, there's nothing else on my car that's red.
I didn't say you had to paint it red. I just said you paint it a bright color.
What about if I did it gold?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah? Yes.
People would.
Let's go.
People
right
would
now.
Not like that.
Let's go pick up some gold spray paint and let's do this thing.
Oh, ye of little faith. I already have it. I already got it. I have copper spray paint, but
we need to do gold.
Gold.
We gotta get some of that gold,
and then I gotta get some more gold foil for the catch cans around there, and we'll be hot boys yet. Okay.
Yes.
So, Crazy Auto Geek says, should you put an oil catch can in a direct injection? I can't even.
Should you put an oil catch can in a direct injection turbo car? The answer is always yes.
Yes, definitely do that
as soon as possible.
Yeah, because you don't want carbon buildup in the intake valves, and
sticky valves are no good.
Yeah, then you have to take apart like the intake and stuff, and it's not really good. Montagnor says, Montagnor says, for the numbers of broken parts in that car, did you sometimes think you might have paid way too much? Fire damage, transmission problems, roof doesn't work, turbo system not done properly, spoiler failed, lift system failure, and a few more electrical issues. Was 64K way too much, or no? Because at the end you're going to sell it for 180 to 200K. No, I'm really not into it that much. I think I'm into it for like 80 something. So for what it is, I think it's really, really good value. So I don't think when I put everything together, I'm going to be like, wow, I spent way more than I thought. But honestly, I don't think I put that much into it. Let's see.
How soon until it gets totaled?
How soon until it gets totaled? Technically, it's already there. It's already totaled. Yeah. Marco Hagen says, when can I buy a SL55? Never. Sharamal says, how old are you? I'm old enough. That's how old I am. How old are you, Andrew?
Yep. Sure,
Exactly.
I sure am.
It's going to be Andrew's birthday in like 2 days.
Yep.
Are you turning how old I am right now?
Yes, I am.
Aw. Yep. It's fun.
I mean, it's the same as whenever I turned the age I am now last year. It's just another trip around the sun.
Another trip around the sun.
Yep.
That's actually a good folk, not even metal. It's just a folk band.
Yeah. Kind of indie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another trip around the sun.
Or just sun trip.
Sun trip. That's right. Yang Yusu says, what's the MPG of the Lambo and where do you get E85 in Orlando?
So the correct question would be, what is the MGP?
Miles gallon per?
Or
GPM.
Gallons per mile.
Where's the miles gallon per of the Lambo? It's fun. We did this already. We had a whole episode for y'all, and you missed it. So, what's the MPG of the Lambo, and where do you get E85 in Orlando?
E85, I know that for a fact that the Turkey Lake Service Plaza on the Turnpike has E85.
Shout out Turkey Lake.
And I think that there is a gas station in East Orlando that just started.
Shout out to East Orlando gas station.
You just do a Google. Shout out to Google.
Shout out to Google. That's right. I have no idea. E85. The only E85 I ever put in my car was from Cletus McFarland's shop. So that's where I get all my E85 from Cletus. And MPG is
who cares? That's not the point of the car.
Who cares? That's
and
right.
with E85, it's going to be way less.
J. Paul Orr says, BS for build and the real Tavarish, please do the F355 together. I think Chris would have to live here for that to happen.
That would be a lot of work.
It would be a lot of work, and also I think we'd have differing opinions on what to do. And I think he has his own. He has plenty of his own projects to do. I don't want
a plethora of possible projects.
Yes, it's a. I like the alliteration there.
You're welcome.
Vincent Nguyen says
it's pronounced win.
No, it says N-E-W. New. It's not win. Vincent Nguyen.
Okay. All right, sorry, guys.
I'm not.
Hey, I'm sorry.
I'm not racially insensitive here. Yeah. Vincent Nguyen. No, I know it's a win, but what would you consider your most valuable takeaway from this build as a whole? Any highlights that you were happy to have learned that can be beneficial to your future builds? Yes. Don't buy a fire damaged Lamborghini. I learned that lesson, and then I bought a fire damaged Ferrari. So nicely done. Yeah. Actually, well done. Smooth. Yeah. It's charred. So the valuable lessons is make sure that I have the wiring diagrams and all that stuff beforehand. Yeah. And make sure that they're legit. Yeah, because I spent a lot of money I spent like $1,000 on these diagrams, and they're worthless, absolutely worthless. So yeah, that's basically it. For the F355, it's a little bit easier because it's an older car. Yep. And you can get away with a lot more. Mm-hmm. So you can be like, I'm just going to use standalone, and that's it. So that's probably what it's going to be. And the cool thing is, for the 12A rotary that he's going to put in it, you don't even need an ECU. It's just carburetor. That's true. Yep. It's like an old diesel. You just got to hook up 2 wires, and bam, there she goes. Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of power, but who cares? Okay. You ever going to sell the car at some point down the road? That's from Defroster. No, I don't think so. I think these cars, the cars that I can't sell because they're like too modified or whatever, I think I'm gonna keep, because first of all, I've never had a car this nice. I've never had a car like this. It's an exotic supercar, it has a ton of power. When am I ever gonna get that chance again? So I think, yeah, so I'm going to keep it. And also, it's not going to be worth it to, if somebody wants to give me like, 150 grand or something, so, okay. All right. Probably not the best investment for them, but, maybe it's worth it to them. I don't know. That's capitalism for you. I'm not going to poo-poo your dreams. Let's see. Favorite Mercedes-AMG model. Now we did actually answer this one in our lost episode, but I'm gonna rapid fire mine. It's an AMG GTS, not the GTR, and with some like Rentec stuff on it, like just make it a little bit meaner and faster and stuff. And yours is?
I'm all about that SLS AMG. It's got to be silver with a red interior because that's classy AF.
I agree. I'm not a big fan of the SLS, but I think that color combo is really, really good.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I know exactly what you mean. Okay, so Eric the Cairn Terrier says, "Hey Tavarish, have you ever thought about building a rotary like an RX-7?"
Have you?
Andrew's face just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Have you? Have you thought about doing it?
I have.
Oh?
Yes. And then,
Well, guess what?
What?
I'm going to do it.
You are.
So...
Okay, so there you go. So you're
going to learn today, boy.
I have done an RX-7. I had an FD and I did kind of resurrected it after 10 years sitting in a field, which is cool, but I didn't really like the rotary. I'm not a rotary guy. Not a rotary. It's not a, is it a rotary head? Like, what do they call them? A Dorito boy?
Rotard.
Rotard.
Yeah.
Fitting. Okay, so Piston Club says, "Do you prefer Tyler or Doug?"
What aspect are we talking? Like,
yeah,
like Mary F. Kill? Like, what's going
yeah.
on?
I don't know. Maybe they both have their qualities. I'd say. Yeah. Doug's definitely a little more quirky, but Tyler has his quirks as well. They're both fun to be around.
I like Tyler's hair.
Yeah. There we go. Michael Croft says, "How did you learn all the garage mechanic info that helps you work on cars so well?"
It's all about that XP, dog. Them experience points, man.
Experience points. You got to level up. You gotta turn a wrench, and every time you turn a wrench, that's one XP point, and you just gotta do it. You could just do it on one bolt, and you just get knowledge. Knowledge. Yeah.
Here in the hills,
Drive my Lamborghini
in my garage.
Yeah. You know what I like more than material possessions? More material possessions.
No, yeah, that works.
More money. Yeah. So, literally, just school of hard knocks. You get a car, you take it apart, see how it works. Hopefully, it comes back together. Modify it, mess up a billion times, and then hopefully you don't go broke. That's usually how it goes. Or you can go to school and learn all this stuff. But usually, people that go to school, they get a lot of debt, and they have to go into the industry, and you have to start working, and there's a bunch of I never wanted to do that. I just wanted to do stuff on my own cars, and I learned that really quick because I did work for other people, doing modifications for them, and it was thankless. It was a completely thankless job.
I will say thank you for everyone that you have worked on their car. I thank you for working on their cars.
You know what? That means a lot. That means a lot.
Hey, you know what?
The Joe Ruscio says, "How is the deal with the Bugatti going?" I don't know. I'm not the guy with the money, so I don't know. The Bugatti. So for people that don't know about this Bugatti Veyron, I'm sorry, Ed is going to kill me if I say Veyron. It's not Veyron. It's Veyron.
Is it?
It's Veyron. Anybody who owns a Veyron says Veyron. Anybody who doesn't says Veyron. Because they're hicks. Because they're ignorant hicks. Okay? Bugatti Veyron. So in any case.
It's one of them Bugatti Darth Vaders.
That's right. Yes. Perfect. So the deal is that it is all taken apart. It's basically in a million pieces, and the guy wants $300,000 for it, and he's not willing to budge on the price. Basically, no tire kickers. I know what I got. Craigslist, except it's $300,000.
And went into a saltwater lake.
And went to a saltwater lake. Maybe with the engine running, we don't know. I'm
pretty sure it was running.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he wanted to get the most money out of the insurance as possible because it was an insurance scam. However, I have been told that the engine is okay because the Bugatti Veyron has intakes on the top of the car.
Ah, yeah, it does.
Yeah. So it might be all right. So all the radiators and stuff, they're all like messed up.
That's the motor you should put into your Yugo.
I should, yeah. Those are easy to find, right?
The Bugatti Veyron.
Wow, that rolls right off the tongue. So nothing yet. The last I checked, Ed is trying to maybe secure funding, maybe trying to do something. This is a far off like project, but I really doubt that anybody's going to buy it. And if somebody does buy it, it's going to sit for a while and not do anything. It's going to be for sale again. So I'm not, I have my fingers crossed, but I'm not really concerned about what happens to that car. Even though if it does end up in my hands to rebuild, that would be real good. That would be like awesome.
That'd be pretty cool.
And also terrifying. Also extremely terrifying.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, less for you, more for Ed. Because it wouldn't be your $300,000.
Well, I mean, less for Ed because he could always sell the car and like he could.
I saw the episode of him talking about what he'd do with it. Yeah, make furniture out of it and stuff, which is legitimately a great idea.
Right. Sharma Bob says, not a question, just wanted to say keep up the great work and content. Love watching your builds. Much love from Charlotte. Thank you very much. How much did this build cost? And what Pawa D says, how much does this build cost? And what are your thoughts on doing an 03 plus interior upgrade on the Viper?
Exterior upgrade.
Exterior. Well, how much did the build cost? My Lambo build. I'll get to that in a future episode because I myself don't know. So, let me just check.
You already answered that.
Did I answer that already? But an 03 exterior upgrade, that is, as far as I know, not possible.
It's also blasphemy.
It's blasphemy, but it's also like the car is a 95 and 03 is a different generation. It's like a different
from
everything.
Scratch, different car.
Yeah, it's like asking when am I going to do the Rolls-Royce conversion on my Bentley? Like it's never going to happen because it's a different car.
Although we have seen Rolls-Royce conversion on a Scion XB.
We have, and it looked really, really good. No, the opposite of good. Yeah, what's that?
Cullinan Jr.
Cullinan Jr., yeah.
Good old Cully.
Scion Cully. Oh, boy.
It makes me think of Carl's Jr.
It does. Yeah.
That makes me hungry.
Oh, God. So VI X117, is that a Halo reference? Says, will you put the updated headlights in it same year as rear lights? No, because the updated headlights require an updated front everything, meaning like the hood, bumper, fenders, like structure, which has to be welded, and that lights themselves, which are $10,000.
I honestly think that the older headlights look cooler anyway.
I think they do too. I like the bigger headlight look. Yep. Even though a lot of people just want the car to look newer.
Whatever.
Honestly, it has the LP560 bumper on it. I think I like the way it looks. I think it's perfect the way it is. I think I'll take a few more questions. MX Baby Boxer 22 says, what's the basics of washing a car at an apartment? Don't have a wash station, but in like a duplex setting. Going to get a Works HydroShot pressure washer. What else do I need? Honestly, I don't think you need a pressure washer, really.
No, you don't really need a pressure washer at all.
You just, if you have a hose, I think that's probably good. Just,
all about them hose.
Yeah, just, in different area codes. In the same area code, if you can get it. It's just a...
definitely you need some sort of buckets. You don't have to get the buckets from Obsessed Garage, but...
You don't have to get the $350 buckets?
At least 2 buckets, and like... They're not a necessity, but they're almost a necessity. Grit guards. Grit guard.
Well, grit guards are like $6 each.
They're pretty cheap.
So grit guards, a good, like a wash mitt.
And good soap.
Yeah, clay bar. If you don't, you can do it at an apartment. If you have a parking lot, you can definitely do it. But if not, then you could actually do a lot of this stuff in like a coin operated car wash.
The no touch.
Yeah. Just don't touch or
use the brush.
Yeah, no, don't use a brush, but just use
take your stuff with you.
Yeah, take your stuff with you. Get your buckets and just fill it up with water, and you can always do it in the parking lot there. So that should be fine. Okay. The fourth ratio. What is these
I can't really read it. It's really far away, and I wear glasses.
The fourth Roscianut. Roscianut. I don't know. Says, how difficult do you think the Bentley will be to repair and bring back to its former glory? Who knows what it did in Russia? I don't think it's going to be hard at all. It just needs another engine. So engine out, put the other engine in, and then clean it, and that should be good. I mean, it has a few little, bits and pieces that need to be refurbished, but honestly, it's going to be pretty quick.
That's a good looking car.
It's a good looking car, yeah. So I think I want to update it a little bit, maybe get some better wheels, because the wheels are, I think they're a little bit small. I want to get the OEM Bentley wheels, but they make them a little bigger. Like those are 19s. I want to get like 20s or 21s.
I love the way those wheels look.
So they make those exact wheels
in larger sizes.
Just in larger sizes.
I know that, but I think that as they are, the smaller wheels makes the car look lower and longer. They're sunk in though. They're not like, so just run some spacers on your Bentley, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna run some spacers on my Bentley. Okay,
you could definitely sell those Bentley wheels to a Stance kid with a Volkswagen Golf for a lot of money.
I could with 15 15 series profile tires. Yeah, something like that. Just rubber bands, just painted on. Yeah, definitely.
I know someone in Jacksonville that used to have those wheels on a Volkswagen Golf.
Okay, well, there you go.
He paid a lot of money for them.
Well, if we're talking about Bentley wheels, like I looked up Bentley wheel prices.
Talk to Koenig, see what they got.
Yeah, I don't think so. They don't. No, they don't have anything. I've barked up that tree. Believe me. But I think it's better if I do like an OEM wheel. Yeah. But they're like, I want to get super sports wheels, which is like which are 20s, and the cheapest I can get them for is like $5,500.
Oh boy.
Well, without tires, but it's okay because I could get Michelin tires.
Hey, oh yeah,
I can get some good.
That's a real.
By the way, I just put on some PS4s on my S Class, and it's real good. It doesn't.
They make any tires that fit a Ford Focus ST?
I believe they do.
Okay, well,
we'll get that going.
Okay,
we can definitely get that going. All right, so that's going to be it, and hopefully we got the audio on this time. So if you'd like to contact us, you can do so at carguystalk@gmail.com. All our social links will be down below if you want to talk to us individually and tell us what we should do with the other partner. If you want to. Okay, never mind.
Are you breaking up with me?
No, but we're headed in that direction. I'm just saying we're on thin ice. Just saying, okay? You want me to be honest? You asked me to be honest, okay? We agreed to be honest with each other, and this is what I'm doing, okay? Why are you leaving? Where are you going? Okay? Don't make that face. So if you if you want to contact us and all that stuff, we'll be glad to hear from you, and we read all the emails. So until next time, this is me, Tavarish 4, Andrew Howell, reminding you guys to wrench every day. That's how we're gonna end it.
Yeah,
wrench every day. Do not miss a day.
Okay.
Don't miss any days for wrenching.
Yep. Go ahead.
You have to wrench. Andrew, are you going? Did you go to wrench? Are you? Stop.